pulled it off, and I feel like they robbed me out of that.
Yeah, you feel like you're robbed from a victory?
Yeah, definitely.
Been cheated out of victory tonight, but you know, what else can I say? What else can I say?
For Daniel, and I'm gonna say this, yeah, to all the fighters out there, you want to be a killer, you hang out with killers.
No more excuses. Dubois crumbles again while Usyk cements his legacy. Daniel Dubois didn't just lose, he unraveled again. And this time, the boxing world isn't letting it slide. It all started with Derek Chisora, who delivered a brutal verbal knockout of Dubois in the aftermath. While Dubois clung to his familiar cry of being robbed, Chisora tore that narrative apart.
Body show, you're a liar and all this for no reason.
To him, Dubois wasn't a victim, he was guilty. Guilty of dodging responsibility, hiding behind the referee's decisions, and refusing to face the truth of a second dismantling at the hands of Alexander Usyk. Youth size, a camp tailored for success, and
I don't understand. You know, they were supposed to train him different, they did not. I mean, like, it's big time. It was set for him to win it. You know, it was set for him to win it. You know, when I went to graduate, to say how you feel. You know, Don Child goes to me, "Oh, go suck your best friend's dick." I'm like, okay, cool then.
He still folded. Chisora snapped. He didn't offer sympathy. He didn't pull punches. Instead, he called out what he saw as a deeper issue: mental fragility. For Chisora, the loss wasn't about bad luck, it was about character, or the lack of it. But the circus didn't end there. Dubois' trainer Don Charles went on the offensive too, but in the wrong direction. Instead of reflection or strategy, Charles leaned deeper into
I usually got a lot to say. I'm speechless. The fight ended in round 4.
Conspiracy. He claimed Dubois was conned in the 4th round and painted Usyk as a man haunted by guilt. It wasn't just desperate, it was delusional. Frank Warren, Dubois' promoter, couldn't hide his disappointment backstage. He tried professionalism, but the deflation in his voice betrayed the truth. Dubois had everything: talent, backing, youth, and yet again, he came up short. Not just beaten, exposed. Usyk didn't win by luck or error. He dominated
and lied.
And do you think that will continue to stay the way?
Most definitely, because if he's a true believer, not just for show, saying God, Jesus, God, if he's a true believer, he has to repent.
Dominated with ring IQ, movement, and surgical precision. Warren reminded fans that Dubois is still only 27, but even he must know some damage might be irreversible. Enter Adam Smith, one of British boxing's most respected voices. His analysis was blunt but honest. Dubois must learn from this. He's young, but mentally this could be the hardest thing to come back from. Smith didn't sugarcoat it. The cycle of excuses and collapse is becoming Dubois' identity, and unless something drastic changes, it may define his entire career. Dubois came in hoping to land that one perfect shot, and when it didn't come, he had no plan B, no adjustment, no grit, just another slow unraveling. Usyk, by contrast, was cold and calculated. Every feint, every step, every shot.
Daniel's obviously very disappointed. He's in the dressing room at the moment, and if he's going to come back, he's got to learn from it. He's only 20.
Shot had a purpose. He didn't just beat Dubois, he dismantled him. Russ Anber said it best. Usyk's not aging, he's evolving. While Dubois brought desperation, Usyk brought discipline. While Dubois hoped for a moment, Usyk planned for every round. This wasn't a robbery, it was a clinic. Even elite names like Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua couldn't break Usyk's composure. Against Dubois, he looked even more merciless. The difference? Class versus chaos. Joseph Parker echoed the sentiment. This wasn't about size or strength. It was patience, movement, intelligence. Usyk's ring IQ is in another stratosphere. Parker didn't even bother entertaining Dubois' claims of injustice, because there was none to be found. Eddie Hearn laid it out even colder. Usyk just decided to take over. According to Hearn, Dubois came out swinging, but once Usyk absorbed the early pressure, it was all one-way traffic. He controlled the pace, the angles, the
really well in the 3rd round actually to come back and landed a few right hands, but they were sort of partially blocked. Usyk never really gets hit flush. There was that other sort of low blow type body shot, exactly like the one in Poland, which they sort of shook off. And yeah, unfortunately, Daniel was trying to catch him with the right hand, and it was the right hand that led to the end.
Rhythm and punished Dubois with surgical strikes. AJ twice, Fury twice, Dubois twice. That's not just dominance. That's legacy. Meanwhile, Dubois' story is becoming a cautionary tale of wasted potential and hollow excuses. Martin Bacoli predicted it all. He said Dubois would get stopped within 4 or 5 rounds, and that's exactly what happened. Even Bacoli gave Dubois a puncher's chance, but warned that if he didn't evolve, he'd get picked apart. And that's what unfolded. A predictable, one-sided dismantling. Usyk didn't rely on flash. He relied on focus. Dubois, by contrast, looked stunned the moment his plan A failed. And instead of accountability afterward, he sprinted straight back to his favorite defense, robbery. Bacoli didn't have to rub it in. The result spoke volumes. Usyk earned his victory. Dubois earned another embarrassment. Then came the voice of a true legend.
It could be dominating. I thought he was doing the things that I think Dubois did what I expected him to do, and Usyk did what I expected him to do. You know, he controlled, moved, waited, but then he started landing hard. He started landing.
Lennox Lewis. When Lewis speaks, the sport listens. His verdict on Usyk, unbelievable. He praised the jab, the movement, the defense, all executed flawlessly. No luck, no controversy, just greatness. Lewis shut the debate down. There's no robbery when you're getting schooled. And finally, Conor Benn, part of the new wave, summed it up with raw honesty. Usyk isn't just good, he's phenomenal, Ben said. He even floated comparisons to Muhammad Ali. And when you look at Usyk's resume, it's not that far-fetched. Joshua, Fury, Dubois, one by one, outclassed. Ben didn't even mention Dubois by name, because why would he? Dubois isn't in that league, never was. And after 2 crushing defeats, never will be. Ben's praise wasn't hyperbole, it was reality. Today's fighters see in Usyk what the greats were made of. When they look at Dubois, they see denial, not
He broke him down, right? Broke him down, he was patient. Then Dubois did, for me, looked better. Like landed some good shots in the beginning, it was going back and forth. And he got Usyk's attention, but he was patient. Feints.
Discipline. This fight was more than another Usyk win. It was a sobering reminder, elite boxing is about far more than power or punches. It's about ring IQ, heart, and discipline. 3 things Dubois has failed to show twice. From Lennox Lewis to Eddie Hearn, from Joseph Parker to Conor Benn, the verdict is unanimous. Usyk is the best heavyweight on the planet. Full stop. And as long as Dubois keeps crying robbery, his credibility will keep crumbling. Even his own trainer looked spiritually defeated. The gap between Dubois and Usyk isn't shrinking. It's expanding. While Usyk builds a legacy brick by brick, Dubois is digging a deeper hole with every excuse. And if he dares to push for a rematch, it won't be a redemption story. It'll be another televised collapse. The question isn't who won, that was answered twice. The question is, should Daniel Dubois even be